Greetings, fellow Ark survivors, and welcome back to another episode of the Dino Arkives. I'm Havoc with the HGC YouTube gaming channel, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the Arthropleura. We're going to be going over the spawn maps, where you can find them. We're going to be going over its utilities, the different types of things that it can do. And then we're going to be talking about taming it. We won't be talking about breeding it because you can't breed the Arthropleura. And then at the end, as always, I'm going to judge it on its overall usefulness compared to all the other dinos in Ark on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being not very useful to 10 being extremely useful. I'll leave timestamps down in the comments section below so you can skip to whatever section you want. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching.
The Arthropleura can be found on all 5 available Ark maps: the Island, the Center, Ragnarok, Scorched Earth, and Aberration. They are mostly found in caves, but can also be found in desert and volcanic biomes. The Arthro doesn't serve much of a function in PvE or solo, but they can be used as a base defense tool in PvP. It can spit caustic liquid that destroys armor durability at 35 times the normal rate, and their bites do torpor damage at 3 times the damage dealt over 10 seconds. This makes it a fairly nightmarish creature for players to encounter while on foot. Arthropleuras come with a turret mode as well, so you can strategically place them on a perch to spit down at intruders. They don't have a lot of health and they're slow, which makes them fairly easy targets for enemy players who are mounted on damage-dealing dinos or flyers. So if you are mounted on an Arthropleura, you'll notice that their spit attack can be a nuisance to aim, and their melee attack has a small and finicky hitbox, so I'd say that they're probably more effective unmounted. There's not much else to the Arthro, to be honest. They're just good at destroying enemy players' armor and possibly knocking them out if they're on foot. The Arthropleura is a passive tame, and its favorite food is the broth of enlightenment. You will want to wear a ghillie suit and use bug spray to sneak up on the Arthro to feed it. The feeding point is actually pretty close to the head, so if it spots you, be ready to run. It didn't seem to be aware of me running into its body, so it should only be alerted if you get too close to its eyes. To tame it, I highly recommend making its favorite food the broth of enlightenment. It will make the taming process much quicker and easier. It can be made in the cooking pot or industrial cooker if you have 10 mejoberry, 2 rock carrot, 2 long grass, 2 savalroot, 2 citronal, 5 deathworm horns or woolly rhino horns, 1 black pearl, and 1 water. The level 300 I am taming here took 5 broth of enlightenment to tame. After the first feeding, it took between 5 to 10 minutes before I could feed it again, and then after that second feeding, the interval seemed to be more around 1 minute. If you don't want to tame it with the broth of enlightenment, its next favorite food is spoiled meat, then raw meat, then raw fish meat. So try to at least use spoiled meat. It'll save you time and taming effectiveness. Once it's tamed, you will need a saddle to ride it and provide it with extra armor. The Arthropleura's saddle engram is unlocked at level 54 and it's craftable at the smithy. For a primitive saddle, it's going to take 15 cementing paste, 50 fiber, 8 flint, 80 hide, 30 metal ingots, 35 obsidian, and 20 wood. The Arthropleura gets a 2 out of 10 on the overall usefulness scale. It's slow, it doesn't have much health, its spit attack is finicky to aim, and its melee attack has a very small hitbox. Even if you were to use these in PvP, they could easily be picked up by an enemy mounted flyer or just simply killed by an enemy mounted dino. They're only useful if you're fighting players who approach on foot, and even then, their spit attacks could still miss. I mean, they're not completely useless, but they're certainly not required to perform or progress effectively in the game. So is 2 out of 10 a fair rating for the Arthropleura's overall usefulness? Please let me know in the comments section, and I hope you'll check out the next Dino Arkive, where we're going to be discussing the baryonyx.